Hey, hey, and welcome to another episode of The Ranter. That's right, I started with hey, hey. I'm a Canadian boy, so every time we use a, well, what's the topic for today or what's the rant for today? I want to speak about garbage bins. For some people that have heard me and I keep repeating myself, I am from Toronto. I can't believe it. The garbage bins in this city, they are big. Some of them, there's like, you get different sizes, just like a McDonald's cup or a Tim Hortons cup, small, medium, large. The residents get to choose. But when it comes to garbage day, it is tough to navigate through the sidewalks. I've recently been starting to walk to work, or I've been doing it for a while. And when it comes to garbage day, it's hard to maneuver. Another thing that the city sometimes could have considered, or should have considered, not even sometimes, but should have considered, the size or even the dimensions of the buckets or the garbage bins. And the reason for it is because you got to think of it as this way: there are people that have their scooters and that they need to maneuver on the sidewalk. What are you going to do? And these people, they're elderly. It's not fair to them. Also, everybody knows Toronto, where the Leafs can't win the Stanley Cup. We get snow. And when you get snow, that adds to it. I think the city should have done something a little bit better. Maybe redimensioning it or even considering having a different size. Another thing, in the summertime, whoever drives, you got to park on one side of the street for 15 days and then you got to park on the other side of the street for 15 or 16 days. And even that's a pain sometimes. So when you have these like large garbage bins and people just put them outside, which they're supposed to and you have to by law, that's fine. But then when you have cars and people opening up doors, it causes chaos. Another thing that I find is that you need to maneuver, and it's hard. Like you got to give people a chance to at least get around and see what they can do. Also, because we're so populated, we even have extra garbage. So, for example, you have cardboard that doesn't fit in the bin, you put it on the sidewalk. That doesn't help people walking. And my rant is very simple. It should have been thought of differently. Even, for example, our green bins. This is a funny story. The raccoons were able to get into the green bin. How? All they had to do was just drop the green bin to the ground and the top would open. So eventually the city decided, okay, let's try to find out another way. So now our green bins where we contains food, where we put our food and our leftovers, we now have a redesigned top that you have to turn it and it locks. Man, animals are smart. I'm telling you. My goodness, I can't believe it. All they had to do was just tip it. It opens. Here you go. Here's your free food. Hey, it's nobody's fault. We're all humans. We all make mistakes, and we all have to research it. But one thing that, especially in Toronto, what they should have done. I'm not speaking negatively about it, but is that they should have redesigned those bins. So if a family orders a large bin, maybe vertically should have been higher, or having it less bulkier at the top. The small ones, they're fine, and the medium ones, they're pretty good. It's just the large ones, I don't like the dimensions of it. Also, I live near Brampton, Ontario, and it's like a 35-minute car ride for me. And when I go to Brampton, they have a pretty good service. I've seen their garbage service. So if the garbage truck gets into the residents' streets, not the residents, not their homes, but into the residents, and they have like this little arm that they just lift up the garbage bin into their truck, dump it, and sayonara. That's a good idea too. But we're so populated in Toronto, so it doesn't help. And you got cars. In Brampton, people have their laneways. Maybe another service that they should have thought of, or they could. I know that Toronto offers it in some streets, but how in the world can you do it in such a city? Maybe a different configuration of that bin. The most important is that bin. But hey, this is the rant for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's not the most clever one of them all. The guy's talking about garbage bins, seriously? But it gets the word out. To conclude my episode, like I always do, theranter2020 at gmail.com. Drop a line if you want. No pressure, nothing at all. I just like to drop off my email at the end of my episodes. Once again, thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate that you took the time off your busy day to listen to my rant.